In the backdrop of the Cold War, the United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a fierce space race. The Soviets, they shocked the world. October 4th, 1957, they launched Sputnik 1, the first artificial satellite, a mere 184 pounds, but oh, the weight it carried geopolitically. The beep, beep, beep signals it sent back to Earth weren't just scientific data. They were a message that said, we're ahead. This led to a crisis, a Sputnik crisis, right here in the United States. A renewed focus on science, education, technological innovation, all of it a direct response to the challenge posed by Sputnik. And then President Kennedy, he made a declaration, a man on the moon by the end of the 1960s.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
A goal, a mission, a destiny. And so the stage was set for what would become one of humanity's greatest adventures. Enter the Apollo program, NASA's ambitious, oh so ambitious plan to put a man on the moon, and not just that, but to bring him safely back to Earth, spearheaded by Wernher von Braun, a German-American aerospace engineer, overseen by James E. Webb, a man of vision, a man of management. James E. Webb served as the second administrator of NASA from February 14th, 1961 to October 7th, 1968. Under his leadership, NASA undertook the Apollo program, aiming to fulfill President Kennedy's goal of landing an American on the moon. Webb was known for his managerial acumen and his ability to navigate the political landscape, securing necessary funding and support for the program. Webb emphasized the importance of science and long-term planning, pushing for a broader scope that included robotic missions, space telescopes, and research on human factors in space travel. His tenure saw the launch of the Gemini missions, which tested crucial technologies and procedures for the Apollo program. However, Webb faced challenges, including internal conflicts within NASA and scrutiny from Congress, especially after the Apollo 1 tragedy, which we will dive into shortly. Despite these hurdles, his leadership laid the groundwork for the program's eventual success, although he left NASA about a year before the historic Apollo 11 mission. Webb's contributions to space exploration were so significant that the James Webb Space Telescope, which is the successor to the Hubble Space Telescope, is named in his honor. And there were many hurdles. The first, a tragedy, Apollo 1. A cabin fire during a pre-flight test. Gus Grissom, Ed White, Roger B. Chaffee, lost. An investigation, a redesign, a moment of reflection. Apollo 1, a mission of promise, a mission of exploration, scheduled for February 21st, 1967. A pre-flight test, a plugs-out test, they called it. The crew, Gus Grissom, a veteran astronaut, Ed White, the first American to walk in space, and Roger B. Chaffee, a rookie eager for the stars. On January 27, 1967, Cape Kennedy, Florida, the crew strapped into the command module atop the Saturn IB rocket. A test, just a test. But then something went horribly wrong. A fire, a flash, a moment of terror, electrical issues, flammable materials, a deadly combination. The crew trapped, the hatch designed to open inward. Impossible to open quickly against the cabin's internal pressure. Rescue team, they tried, but it was too late. All three astronauts lost. A tragedy that shook NASA to its core. An investigation followed. Extensive, thorough, faulty wiring, flammable materials, lapses in safety protocols. A redesign, a recommitment to safety, a moment of reckoning. Apollo 1 became a lesson, a somber lesson in the high stakes of space exploration. Besides the Apollo 1 disaster, funding would also be a hurdle. Billions upon billions. A cost so high, yet a mission so priceless. Public support, political backing, and then, in December of 1968, Apollo 8 orbited the moon, a beacon of hope for America's troubled space program. Technological marvels, challenges, immense. A lunar module designed from scratch, a Saturn V rocket, powerful yet safe. A culmination of years of research, engineering, training. Apollo 11, finally ready, set to make history.